Oh, ça fait fort et fort.
Today, we'll be looking at the game number 33 of the Parents Guide to Raising Multi-literate Children, and it's called Jumble and Jumble. It's a game to help children work on their spelling with the game Jenga. To play this game, children need to be confident readers so that they are familiar with the way words are spelled, and this game is going to help them consolidate this knowledge. The goal is to make as many words as possible with the letters of a long word. First, they need to pick one of the Jenga pieces at the top that's going to reveal one word, and using the letters of this word, they need to make as many words as possible. After that, they need to pick one of the Jenga pieces that's in the middle of the tower without it topping over. And on this piece, there are going to be two letters, one on each end, and using these letters, they will need to make additional words. And the game stops whenever the tower falls. So the aim is to make as many words as possible using the letters of the word. If your child speaks more than one language that uses the same alphabet, feel free to let them make words in their different languages. If in one of your languages there are diacritical marks such as accents, this game can be a good way to highlight them. For example, here you can see that my son already had the word prefer in English. Then he got the letter E, so he was able to make the French word préféré, which means favorite or preferred, and the word préfère, which means prefer, like a verb. I prefer, he, she prefers. It's spelled in that way. So because of the diacritical marks, he was able to make two different words. One thing that could be very helpful is to differentiate the number of points each player gets according to their proficiency in each language. For example, I know many more words in French and English than my sons, and my sons are more proficient in English than in French. So I'm going to get 1 point for each word I come up with, but my sons are going to get 2 points if they come up with a word in English and 3 points if it's in French. This point system is going to help balance out the differences in our proficiencies in different languages. And it's also going to be motivating our sons to look for words in French, so our home language, in addition to those they find in English, probably more easily. Yes, you might be thinking that this game where we have a bunch of letters and need to make new words with them is very similar to other games that exist, such as Scrabble. And yes, that's true, but there are two main reasons I like to play this game, Jumble and Jumble. The first reason is that we play this game using already existing words, so long words, and using the letters in these words, we need to move the letters around and make new words. So there is a lot more analysis of the long word already, so it helps our children remember the spelling of this word, but also they can find which words are hidden in a longer word. It helps them especially to remember tricky things like double consonants and things like that. The main reason we have the Jenga tower is to make it more challenging. If you have played this game already, you know that it's not every single piece that can be removed whenever. Some are going to make the tower top over, others are going to be easier to remove. So when we play, each player is going to play, they're going to think, oh yeah, if I had a S, for example, I could make this new word, but instead, because I can't remove the S and I can remove the T, I need to think of words that I can make with the letter T and these other letters.
I can do forest.
So there is a lot more going on in the head, and they can be thinking of many more words, how to spell different words, than if it was a bunch of random letters. So a few extra tips. The first one is that the three words at the top that you start with need to have at least 8 letters so that there are enough letters to play with. The second tip I would like to give you is to make sure that these words at the top are words that your children already know, or that would be helpful for them to know and that they would be able to use quite consistently in their daily lives. So don't use words that are not very relevant for them. One thing to keep in mind as well is that it's quite tricky to swap letters around mentally. So you can provide papers where on each piece of paper there is one of the letters they're allowed to play with and to move around. That's going to make the task a lot easier. It's a good idea to allow very short words, onomatopoeia, so that our children can use all the words they know already. Remember as well that the real aim of this game for us is to help our children consolidate their learning of the spelling of words. So don't hesitate to help out your children to find new words, etc., to suggest things so that they don't feel that there is a big discrepancy in terms of ability between you and them, and they're bound to lose. If they feel that way, they're going to not be motivated. However, if you help them and they have a chance to win, then they're going to be motivated. And as they become more confident, you can add new rules, such as you're only able to help them 5 times. Or if they help you find new words, then they get points as well. And if there's a big difference in proficiency between the different players, it's also good to make this game a collaborative game where, for example, you're 3 and all together you try to find at least 50 words, for example. So the aim is to find at least 50 words before the tower falls. I hope you like this game to play and work on the spelling of the words in your different languages. And if you have any questions or need any clarification, feel free to write them in the comments. And if you're looking for more ideas to help you foster your languages in a fun way, we always recommend our books, The Toolbox for Multilingual Families and The Parent's Guide to Raising Multi-literate Children. As always, if you want to help other families find inspiration, you can like our videos and share them around. Next week, Uto will be sharing with you another activity, and until then, keep playing, learning and having fun with all your languages.